Alright, today we're talking about some special points in a triangle. And now in a triangle, we can get our circumcenter. Alright, the circumcenter is the intersection of our perpendicular bisectors for all three sides of the triangle. So just think it's like drawing three separate perpendicular bisectors and finding where they intersect. So when we look at our triangle, we have one perpendicular bisector, we have a second one, and then a third one. And where all these intersect, that gives us our circumcenter. And then where the circumcenter is equidistant to all of to each point or vertex of the triangle. All right, and so it's equidistant, meaning this will go through each of the vertexes, and when we draw this circle, this gives us our circumscribed circle. Now to find these, all we want to do is we want to find our perpendicular bisectors of each side. So we just need to start on each side. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to find my perpendicular bisector. So I need to put my compass. I'm going to go a little bit more than halfway. And now I'm going to draw my arc. So I know it's going to be, so now there's my arc. And then what I want to do is do the same thing, but I want to reflect it, so I'm gonna flip it. So I'm just gonna reflect mine. I'm gonna start on this one, and now I'm going to draw my arc here. So I know it's gonna cross through there and cross through there. So what happens here is I have my 2 points. So there's my 2 points, and then we can draw our straight line going through these. So we will draw a straight line going through these. So I connected that. Actually, I should draw it farther. But alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing. So now I want to find my perpendicular bisector of these two lines. So from this point to this point, we can make it easier. We can say this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. So now I'm going to find the perpendicular bisector of CA, segment CA. So I'm going to draw my half arc here. And I'm going to go over here. Actually, we need to reflect it. And then alright, so I intersected it here and here. So now I want to take my ruler, and once again I'm going to put it to go through these 2 points. Your rulers are a lot easier to move than mine. I should just put 0 on it. Easier because it moves from 0. Okay, so now I have my 2 points, and I'm going to draw my straight line to those 2 points. So once you see that, so now I have the perpendicular bisector of AC. It's this line right here. I have the perpendicular bisector of BC, which is this line. And now I'm going to find a perpendicular bisector of AB. So I need to find it. So I'm going to go a little bit more than halfway and draw my arc. So there's my arc. And then I go to this side. I keep the same setting. I draw my arc here. So we cross through here and right here. So once I put my ruler, which I don't know what happened to, alright, so we would draw our straight line that will go through these 2 points, and if you notice when we do this line, they all intersect right at this point. Now this point is a circumcenter. So this is the circumcenter. So that's our circumcenter where all three of the perpendicular bisectors intersect. And if we take this and we go to the vertex, what you notice is it should cross through all three vertexes. Now my lines were a tad bit off that last one. I didn't use the ruler for, but it hits B, it goes through A, and it's just a tad bit off of C. That's going to give us our circumscribed circle. So we have our circumcenter and then our circumscribed circle. So we're just finding our perpendicular bisectors of all three sides. So CA, AB, BC, perpendicular bisectors, and where all three of those perpendicular bisectors intersect, that gives us our circumcenter. So work on those two examples. And then on the back side we have the incenter is the intersection of the angle bisectors. So we'd have to find the angle bisectors. And with the incenters, alright, this is equidistance to each side. So it's each side. And this will give you your inscribed circle. So when we look at this, so what we need to do is we need to find the angle bisector. So what we do here is, this is when we make an arc on this one, and we make an arc on this one. So now, these are my 2 points that I'm going to use. So once again, I can say that this is angle A, B, and C. So I need to find my angle bisector of A. So now I start here, and we can bring this in a little bit, actually. And then we want to make sure that we're a little bit more than halfway. And then we go to the other side using the same compass setting. And where those two intersect, you're going to draw a straight line. So I got my ruler back. So we start a ruler at our vertex. And it goes through these 2 points. Alright. And now I can draw my straight line. So we have our angle bisector there. Now I want to find my angle bisector on angle B, so I go up to angle B. Now I make an arc here. I make an arc through this one. So now, whoops. Make my arc through there. And now I go from this one. Now I'm doing the same process. So I start from this one point, and I need to make my arc there, and then wherever it intersects over here, that is where we're going to put our ruler. So intersect there and there. So I'm going to take my ruler, and we go right through there. Then we can draw our line that goes through these. We see they intersect there, and then once again we have to find the angle bisector of C. So we do the same process. So we go there, so I have my 2 marks where I'm starting from, so I have this one. We want to be a little bit more than halfway. Make our arc, go over to the other one, same setting, make our arc, goes through those 2. Take our ruler, start here, we go through these 2 points where they intersect. Draw your line. Now, that gives us our incenter. If you notice, they all intersect at the same spot. So this is the incenter. We're making 3 angle bisectors, and where all 3 angle bisectors intersect. Now with this, sorry about that. Alright, so we have our incenter, and then we can find our inscribed circle. We just put our compass on the incenter, and then we draw a circle that is inside of our triangle. Now work on these 3 and then try to figure out those last few couple definitions there. And we'll go over this tomorrow.